Have a space big enough for a mat. Even if you don't have a mat, you can do this on the floor or on a rug. We're gonna start standing and do some inchworms. So starting in a standing position at the back of your mat, bringing your hands onto your belly to take a deep breath in. Eyes focus forward, weight back into your heels, roll your shoulders back, and begin to engage your core as you exhale, pulling your belly button in. Inhaling, lengthening up. Exhale, pull your belly button back. Do that twice more. Inhaling, big breath in, pull the chin back, shoulders back, weight back into your heels, breathing into your angel wings, the shoulder blades of your back. Every time you exhale, pull the belly button in. Do it once more. Press the feet down, grow tall through your spine, eyes focus forward, visual focus is mental focus. Exhale, pull your belly button back. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge your hips, pull them back, bring your hands onto your thighs. Inhale, healthy spine, arch the spine. Exhale, round one time. Look at your toes, weight back into your heels, pull your belly button in. Inhale, arch the spine, healthy curvature in your lower back, and now let's fold over the legs. Right away, walk your hands forward, pull your belly button in, and come into a plank. Option to drop your knees. What's important here is that your knees are back, your hips are forward, the belly button is pulled up and in, looking down. I want you to pull your chin in. Let your elbows bend and squeeze all the muscles around your elbows. Now pull the rib cage up and feel your top of your feet pressing down. That way you feel your glutes engage. Keep your elbows bent and squeezing in towards one another. Fingertips, press them down. Press the knuckles of your hands down. Everything that's touching the floor, I want you to press it down. Press the top of the feet, the hands, pull the chin in, pull the rib cage in, pull the belly button in and exhale. Nice. Tuck your toes under, push your heels back, come into a plank. Walk your hands towards your feet and your feet towards your hands. Bend your knees, inhale. Exhale, round. Look at your belly button. Inhale, arch your spine. Exhale, fold right over the legs. Walk your hands out, come back into your plank position right away. Lower the knees if you need to, but remember, knees stay back, hips are forward, pressing everything down into the floor. If you can, hold your plank for 5. Everything pressing into the floor for 3. Elbows are bending and squeezing in. Press down to lift the belly up, pull the chin in. Nice job. Exhale, press your hands, walk it back, forward fold. Bend your knees, inhale, stand all the way up, reach your arms up. We got 5 inchworms. Exhale, fold over the legs. Walk your hands out, find a plank. We got 5 seconds to hold, so get there, get into your plank. Don't overthink it. Hold, 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 exhale, pike your hips up. What do I mean by that? I want you to press into the toes, lift your hips high. Now heels down, bend your knees. Inhale, lift, stand all the way up, arms up. Deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, going right back down into plank. Walk your hands out. Listen carefully. Press down through your hands. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. If you don't know how to do that, I want you to bring your feet together and squeeze your feet together, your knees together. Squeeze. Press everything down into the floor. Press the fingertips down. Pull your chin in. Pull the belly button in. Exhale. Walk your heels. Walk your hands back. Bring your heels on the floor. Inhale. Press down to lift up. Stand all the way up. Last 2. Exhale. Bring it down. On the last one, we're gonna do a little bit of mountain climbers, okay? So stick with me. Press down through the hands, lift the hips up, and walk it back. Last one, inhale, bend the knees, press through the feet, feel the glutes fire, squeeze the butt. Exhale, bring it all the way down. We got 10 mountain climbers. Walk it out into a plank, and let's walk knee into elbow, knee into elbow. How do you do this with healthy shoulders, healthy wrists? You bend the elbows and squeeze them in. So your elbows are pointing back towards your feet for 3, 2, 1. Good. Drop the knees down. Push back. Take a child's pose. Hips to your heels. Tend to your fingers like a spider. Claw your hands down into the floor. As you reach forward, push your hips back. Inhale, tabletop. Nice. Bring your right hand. Let's do forearms actually. Bring your forearms down onto the floor. Walk your knees back so you're in a plank pose. Bring your knees together and your toes together to touch. Okay, now we're in an 8-point plank. Notice that my hips are off the floor. Press down through your forearms, your hands. Pull your chin in, squeeze your knees together. Press everything down into the floor. Now, option, stay here, or you can reach your left arm, tap it in front of you, and then bring it back. Right hand, tap it and bring it back. Left hand, tap it, bring it back. Right hand, tap it, bring it back. If this is challenging, walk your knees wider and your toes wider. It'll make it easier the wider your legs are on your mat as we tap and tap and tap. The more instability we add, the more our core has to fire. Keep lifting the hips up. The core is up for 5. Tap 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Relax it. Turn around onto your back. We got hip ups. Back onto the floor. Feet onto the floor. We're doing a lot, right? But we're going to keep moving here to get the heart rate up just a little bit. Enough. Bring your hands down onto the floor, but let's karate chop. Your pinky edges of your hands are on the floor. Bring your heels onto the floor, and I want you to dig your heels into the floor and lift your toes up. Toes off the floor, dig your heels down onto the floor, and pull with your heels, hover your hips off the floor. We're not lifting all the way up, we're just hovering here and pulling through the heels. Press down through the pinky fingers, press down through your shoulders, bring your chin down. Everything that's touching the floor, I want you to press it down. That's the arms, the shoulders. The back of the head is pressing down so you feel the stretch. Now can you bring more space between your shoulders and your ears? How do you do that? Is you lengthen your fingertips away from you. Press the arms down. We got 3 seconds left. Press the heels down and pull through your heels. Tuck and lower all the way down. In between, we're going to do a set of bicycles. Bring your hands, clasp them behind your head. Hover your feet off the floor. If this is hard on your lower back, I want you to keep your knees and your heels close to your body, meaning your knees are close to your chest and your heels are close to your butt. We're going to extend one leg at a time and switch and switch. This whole time, your lower back should be pressing down onto the floor. Exhaling, exhale. I want to hear your breath. Inhale through the nose, exhale, force it out through the mouth every time that your knee comes in. How do you do that? You got to take a quick sip of air through your nose. You're pumping with your belly, the air out of your abs, out of your abdominals, using your core muscles. The breath is very much part of your core exercise. We got 10. Press through your heels. Good, that was it. Bring your feet down. Karate chop the floor. We got hip ups, shoulders down. Reach the fingertips down. Lift your toes up. I want you to walk your heels long on your mat, meaning your heels are towards the end of your mat. There's a little bend in between the legs. This is going to fire the glutes. Squeeze your toes together. Squeeze your knees together. Lift those toes up. Toes are off the floor. Heels, dig them down and pull your heels towards your butt. Hover your hips off the floor. Press your shoulders down. Press your hands down to the floor. This is very much a core exercise. Your core is firing to help you stabilize through the hips. Pull back through the heels. You should feel this in the top of your glutes. If you don't, squeeze your knees more. Pull your heels more. Press your shoulders down. Tuck your chin. Press the back of the head down. This is really good for any tension in the shoulders. 3 seconds left. 2 and 1. Bring the hips down. Nice. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give a little circle to the right and a circle to the left. Good. Bring your left foot down. Extend your right foot up and towards the sky. We're going to exhale slowly, bringing the arms to frame. Exhale. Inhale, reach it back. And lower your right heel down towards the floor. Press your belly down. Press your lower back down so you feel length. We're hovering the arms and hovering the heels, as you can see. At the same time, I want you to press your left foot down into the floor. Anchor your hips, your lower back down into the floor. Take your hand. If you don't know if you're doing it right, take your hand and press it on your belly. And you should feel that it's taut, that it's tight, because you're engaging to hover the leg and hover the arms. Let's do 5 more. Exhale. Reach the arms towards your legs. You can tuck your chin and use your abdominal muscles to lift the shoulders head off the floor. I want you to look at your toes. Don't look at your belly button, and exhale. Remember, your breath is very much a core muscle. Inhale, hover. Press your chin down, lengthen your spine, press your left foot down. We're going slow for a reason. The more time that you spend hovering here, the harder your abs have to work. Exhale, pike it up. Exhale, 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 pull the belly button down. Look at your right toes. Inhale, reach it back. The whole time you're pressing your left heel down to get a little extra training for the glutes here. Exhale. Really blow out all of your air. Pull your abdominal muscles down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, squeeze. Keep your right leg lifted just as it is, but lower your head and your shoulders down. Bring your left heel as close as you can to your butt. We're doing one-legged hip ups. We're gonna do 7 of them. Bring your palms face down. Press the palms down, press the left heel down, and we're gonna lift up for 7. Lower down. 6. Press through your hands, your shoulders. Press your chin down and press through the back of your head. Press through your left heel. Nice. Let's do 4. Press, lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Inhale down. Last one. I lied. One more. Press, lift. Good. And lower. Stack your right heel on top of your left knee. Reach that left heel off the floor. We're going to reverse crunch here. Exhale to squeeze your legs in towards your chest. Pressing through your palms. Your palms are helping you to roll your knee in towards your chest. So we're doing this with a figure 4 position. If this is really challenging or uncomfortable, you can come out of the figure 4 and tuck into a little ball and roll the hips down. Try not to hoist your hips up using momentum, but use whatever you got. You are strong and you're getting stronger. The slower you go, meaning the less momentum you use, the more the body has to work, the muscles have to work. Now, can you do this keeping your shoulders down and your chin towards your chest? That way it's the abs working, the lower abs, rather than the shoulders, right? I like doing this in figure 4 because we get an extra stretch for the IT band here, which is really good for us. Let's do 3 more. Exhale, squeeze. Remember, your breath is a core muscle. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Tuck the chin, shoulders down. Squeeze. Bring the left foot, right foot down. Extend your left leg long. Bring your right heel close towards your butt. We got 7. Pressing through your right heel. We're doing one-legged hip ups. Arms down, shoulders down. Tuck the chin. Press through your right heel and lift up. At the same time, you're pressing through the left heel, right? Like you're trying to put your foot and stamp it on the ceiling. Exhale to press, lift up, and then lower down. This is a quickie, so we want to work the entire time that you're on this video. You want to give it all, your all. That means you're giving all of your breath, dedicating it to the exercise, and your mind. Really check in. You got it. Here we go. 3, lower. 2, lower. Press to that right heel. 1, lower. We're almost done, so stay with it. We got 3 more exercises, and you know what's coming next. We're doing a reverse crunch with the left leg in a figure 4. So lift that right foot up. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm crossing that left heel on top of my right, and I'm lifting the right foot up. Rolling the knees in towards the chest, and then lowering it down. My right foot is staying off the floor. I don't need to tap it down, but if you want to, you can totally take this full range of motion, lifting the leg up, exhaling, and lowering it down, tapping. Again, if this is too much for the hip right now, you can unstack the legs and curl like a cannonball, knees in towards the chest. The closer the heels are towards the butt, the less strain is on your back. We want to exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the floor, tucking your chin, press the back of your head on the floor. So we don't use the shoulders here, we're using the lower abdominal muscles. And again, if you don't know if you're doing it correctly, you can actually palpate, meaning touch your abdomen and feel it squeeze down, exhaling and pulling your breath down towards your lower spine, the floor, as you roll up and roll down. We got 2 more. Exhale. Inhale, and the slower you go, the less momentum, the more the muscles have to work, and they're getting stronger. That's enough. Unstack your legs. We got 1 more round of hip ups. We're gonna move the arms. Reach the arms back behind you. Exhale, press the heels down. Lift up and squeeze the butt. Shimmy your shoulders away from the ears. And we got 10 heel lifts. Lifting the heel and lowering, lifting and lowering. If you don't know what you're working, put your hands close to your booty and you can feel that your glutes are firing here. Lifting the heels, lowering the heels. Feeling a stretch in your abdominal muscles. Those muscles you just worked, we want to stretch them back out. For 3, lift, 2, and 1. Heels down. Squeeze the knees close towards one another and release. Squeeze the knees in and release. So the knees are coming to touch and then releasing. To touch and release. You should feel this really firing up your glutes for 5. Release. Squeeze. Release. 2. Release. 1. Knees separate. Hip width distance apart. We're going to tuck and lower all the way down to the floor. Nice. Give your knees a hug. Make a little circle to the left. We got 1 more exercise. We're going to flip all the way over onto our belly. Coming into a forearm plank with our knees on the floor, pressing through the hands. Stick with me. This is the last exercise, okay? Press through your forearms, your hands. Tuck your toes under and lift the belly up. We're in a plank position here. Lifting and pressing through everything that's on the floor, pressing it down. Now let's see if we can do this. I know that you can. Press through the heels and come into your forearm plank, pulling the hips up and then a little lower. Lift the hips up and then a little lower. Get rid of any sway back by piking those hips for 5. Here we go. And lower. 3, lift it up and lower. Press through the palms. 2, lift it up. And 1, nice. Squeeze the glutes. Lower your knees. Push back. Take a child's pose. Stretch it out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let it go. Really nice. Shifting forward into a tabletop position. Let's just stretch the abs out with a little assisted side plank with our knees on the floor. This is a nice posture to just balance here. So left leg extends, right arm extends, really hovering and stretching through the heel. Take a deep breath, get long, pull your chin in. Exhale, squeeze everything in, elbow to knee 1 time here. Inhale, extend. Bring your right hand down, left toes down. Pivot your heel, now you're in a side plank. Stretching out your abdomen as you reach up, pressing the right hand down. You can even reach that top hand over your head, really drawing a line with your foot and your hand, pressing through your bottom shin. That's the right shin right now. We're on the right side. Now that right shoulder that's on the floor, I want you to roll your shoulder back and down, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Deep breath in. If you want a little extra, you can hover that top foot. No big deal, you don't have to. Bring everything back down into a tabletop, bringing the left hand down. Extend the left arm and the right leg, kicking it back. You're in this bird dog position. They call it a bird dog, pressing through your right heel. Exhale, hug everything in. I want you to see your elbow and your knee touch. Inhale, extend. Get really long through the hip, then bring your toe down and your hand down. The right knee is still off the floor because we're gonna roll the heel down and come into that side plank on the other side. You want your hand underneath your shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Left shoulder, that's your bottom shoulder, is away from your ear. Extend the top arm up. Get really tall in your spine, reaching up and reaching down. Pressing through your top shin to feel an extension in the top of your hip. That's your right hip. Reach your arm over your head. Take a deep breath in, stretch it all out, shoulder blades together. Pressing through your fingertips. Option to hover your top leg, just to test your balance for fun. Have a little fun here, we're playing. Good, bring the foot down, come back into tabletop, tuck your toes under, push your hips back, take a downward facing dog. Just as we started, feet, walk them to your hands. Inhale, arch your spine, that little chair pose that we started in. Stay with a nice, strong curvature in your spine. We're gonna take 20 breaths with our hands in an open wing position. Take a peek at me. Toes together, pizza with your feet. Squeezing the knees, like in skiing, we make a pizza, stop. Elbows, squeeze them back behind you. Lift your chest up. See my body in a side view. The chest is lifted, the knees are bent, and my hips are pushing back. I want you to do that too. Exhale through your mouth, short. Pump your belly as you exhale for 10. Squeeze your knees, 9. Pull your chin in. Inhale, stand straight, parallel your feet. Deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, float your arms down or into your heart center. Send yourself some encouragement as you press your thumb into your chest. It's normal to feel a little dizzy. A lot of breathing is involved when we work the core, especially when we're doing this pumping action with the breath. Really nice job. Hopefully that gets you a little revitalized, wakes you up and feel energized from the bottom all the way up to your heart and your throat. So you can channel some good, strong confidence. Really nice job.